In the ancient land of Israel, two remarkable stories unfolded, illustrating the stark contrast between obedience and disobedience to the laws of God. The tales of Samson and Joseph serve as profound lessons, teaching humanity the consequences of their actions and the importance of steadfast faith. In the time of the Judges, there lived a man named Samson, gifted by God with immense strength. Yet, his heart was often swayed by the temptations of the world. One day, he met Delilah, a beautiful woman who captivated his heart. Despite the warnings of his parents and his knowledge of God's commandments, Samson disregarded the laws and fell into the snare of temptation. Delilah, enticed by the promise of great wealth, persuaded Samson to reveal the secret of his strength, his uncut hair, a symbol of his dedication to God. Succumbing to his desires, Samson disclosed his secret, leading to his capture by the Philistines. They blinded him, subjected him to humiliation, and imprisoned him. Contrastingly, in the distant land of Egypt, a young Hebrew named Joseph found favor in the eyes of Pharaoh. Potiphar, an officer of Pharaoh, entrusted Joseph with great responsibility. Joseph was handsome, yet he remained obedient to the laws of God. When Potiphar's wife attempted to seduce him, Joseph refused, citing his loyalty to both God and Potiphar. Furious at Joseph's rejection, Potiphar's wife accused him of misconduct, leading to Joseph's imprisonment. Despite his circumstances, Joseph held on to his faith. Eventually, his interpretation of dreams led him to Pharaoh's court, where he rose to become a powerful advisor. Through his unwavering faith and obedience, Joseph triumphed over adversity. The tales of Samson and Joseph provide invaluable lessons. Samson's disobedience and eventual downfall serve as a poignant reminder of the consequences of succumbing to temptation and disregarding God's commandments. His story illustrates the destructive power of desires that lead one astray from the righteous path. Conversely, Joseph's obedience, even in the face of temptation and false accusations, showcases the triumph of faith and righteousness, emphasizes the importance of moral integrity and unwavering devotion to God, even in challenging circumstances. The Bible, in narrating these stories, offers a profound message. Obedience to God's laws leads to triumph, while disobedience results in downfall. The tales of Samson and Joseph serve as beacons, guiding humanity toward righteousness, moral integrity, and unwavering faith in the face of temptation. Through these stories, individuals are urged to reflect on their actions, choices, and the strength of their faith. They remind us that no temptation is insurmountable with God's guidance, and that obedience to His laws leads to ultimate triumph, both in this life and the hereafter. In the final chapters of Samson's story, we witness the tragic consequences of his disobedience. Captured and blinded by his enemies, Samson's strength seemed lost forever. However, in his darkest moment, he found redemption through repentance and prayer. In a moment of divine intervention, God granted Samson his strength back. With his restored might, he brought down the pillars of the Philistine temple, killing himself and his captors. Samson's story, while ending in a heroic act, is a cautionary tale. It demonstrates the importance of repentance and the opportunity for redemption, even after grave disobedience. His ultimate sacrifice also highlights the power of God's mercy, even for those who have strayed far from His path. Joseph's journey, in stark contrast, was marked by unwavering obedience. Despite being falsely accused and imprisoned, he held on to his faith. His ability to interpret dreams eventually led him to a position of immense power and influence in Egypt. He not only saved Egypt from famine but also reunited with his family, including the brothers who had once betrayed him. Joseph's story showcases the rewards of obedience, not just in the spiritual realm but also in the tangible, earthly sense. His adherence to God's laws led to prosperity, forgiveness, and the reunion of a broken family. Through his example, the Bible emphasizes the enduring fruits of righteousness and the profound impact it can have on one's life and the lives of those around them. The stories of Samson and Joseph are not isolated incidents but universal lessons for humanity. They echo through the ages, reminding people of the enduring principles of faith, obedience, and redemption. These tales challenge individuals to reflect on their own lives, urging them to assess their choices, seek repentance when needed, and hold firm to the guiding light of faith. From Samson, we learn the power of repentance and the unyielding nature of God's mercy. From Joseph, we learn the rewards of steadfast obedience and the transformative impact it can have on personal and societal levels. These stories, rooted in the Bible, continue to inspire, offering timeless wisdom to all who seek guidance. In the end, the narratives of Samson and Joseph stand as testament to the enduring truth found in Proverbs chapter 3 verse 5-6. Trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding. In all your ways submit to him, and he will make your path straight. Through obedience, faith, and repentance, humanity can navigate life's complexities, finding solace and guidance in the unwavering love of the divine. Joseph's unwavering faith and obedience to God's commands led him on an extraordinary journey. Despite being sold into slavery by his own brothers, he remained steadfast in his devotion. His refusal, even in the face of temptation, led to his imprisonment. Yet, even in prison, Joseph found favor with God and interpreted dreams of fellow prisoners, showcasing his trust in divine providence. His moment of glory came when he interpreted Pharaoh's dreams about the impending famine. Pharaoh, recognizing the wisdom and guidance of God in Joseph, appointed him as the chief administrator, second only to Pharaoh himself. Joseph's administrative skills not only saved Egypt but also his own family, who came seeking grain during the famine. Through his faithfulness, Joseph not only forgave his brothers for their betrayal but also reunited his family, embodying the essence of divine mercy and forgiveness. In stark contrast, Samson, though blessed with extraordinary strength, had a fatal flaw: his inability to resist temptation. His love for Delilah blinded him to her deceitful intentions. Delilah, being persuaded by the Philistine rulers, continuously pestered Samson to reveal the secret of his strength. Despite knowing the danger, Samson succumbed to her charms and revealed his secret, leading to his capture. The tragic end of Samson came in the Philistine temple, where he was brought as a spectacle. In his weakened state, Samson prayed to God for strength one last time. The temple, filled with the enemies of Israel, crumbled as he pushed the pillars apart, resulting in his death along with the Philistines. Samson's fall was a consequence of his disobedience to God's commands, a reminder of the perils of indulging in worldly desires, and the contrast between Joseph and Samson serves as a timeless lesson. Straying from the righteous path, Joseph's faithfulness led him to prosperity, forgiveness, and the fulfillment of God's plan. His life became a beacon of hope, illustrating the rewards of obedience and trust in God's wisdom. On the other hand, Samson's tragic tale stands as a warning, showcasing the disastrous consequences of disobedience, especially when driven by lust and desire. His story highlights the importance of self-control, discernment, and adherence to God's commands, lessons that resonate across generations. In essence, these narratives remind humanity of the eternal truths embedded in God's teachings. They emphasize the significance of moral integrity, steadfast faith, and the dire consequences of succumbing to temptation. Through the lives of Joseph and Samson, people are urged to reflect, learn, and find guidance in their own journeys, ensuring that they remain faithful to God's commands, even in the face of the most alluring temptations.